Harry Davismere fighting joined by Josh Buatsi after the open workout. Yours was a bit shorter and sweeter than Dan's. What did you make of his?
I was kind of looking, but I think I was sat a bit too far out. But I heard he was stretching and being explosive to show that he's not injured, so that's just good news, man. Mine was short, not much to do, but you know, it's alright.
Seem your team's in good spirits. They're having a bit of friendly rivalry with Dan, you know, mocking his high fives and his foot touches. Is that just all part of the sort of rivalry?
It wasn't discussed, but it's what happened organically. So as long as it's organic, it's all good, man. We know each other, teams know each other as well, and we know that there's a huge task ahead on Saturday.
3 months on, obviously I think we got to the Thursday of that week before it was sadly cancelled, but fingers crossed things are going as planned for this time round. It must be nice just to actually, we're not there yet, but you know, have it on the horizon on Saturday, right?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm like, we're not there yet, but it's nice. We're on the way, and yeah, like I said, hopefully no one's injured, everyone's all good, and we can have a good fight.
Is this a fight that you felt, I believe, I watched the first club off, you almost said this was inevitable since you joined Boxer, but you and Dan have almost different reasons for that. He thinks you were chasing him, you were like, no, like I just want to be a world champion. Is that sort of how you assess the situation?
Yeah, I mean, when I came, they asked me to fight him a few times, and I said, nope. I said, I know Dan. I won't turn down fighting anyone, but I know Dan. And they came up again, and I said, guys, I've already told you that I don't want to fight Dan. Dan's cool, he's doing his own thing, so am I. And they said, well, what if it's for something important? And I was like what? Because it's not going to be for a world title. They're like, well, it could be for a final eliminator. When I heard that, I said, okay, final eliminator, that makes sense. Dan's not going to say no to it, nor mine. So when they came to that, I was like, all right, the winner of this gets to fight Bivol or for the WBA. That's good. So I said, yeah.
Do you think he sort of had the same approach in the sense of like, you know, I don't want to fight Josh unless there is something on the line or not?
I wouldn't say I'd like to think so, but I'm not sure. I think probably, but Dan will fight anyone, so maybe not. I wouldn't know. Yeah.
I think the way people are assessing this is he almost feels like he's got something to prove because he thinks that you're like, Dan Azeez, I don't, you know, he's not really on my radar. He feels a bit discredited. Is that the way you think he thinks, and do you think he's wrong for thinking that?
I think he said that a few times. Thank you. He said that a few times, so I can only say, all right, cool. Like I hear it, but if they're thinking that I've gone to have an easy camp or a walk in the park because I think he's not on my level, then it's their mistake.
Obviously last year, Azeez, you fought once, right? And this year is hoping for, because you said after that first fight that you wanted to be active, and for reasons outside your control, I'm sure it didn't happen, but this year I'm guessing you want to be more active than that.
Yeah, it's the same again, man. After my last fight, bro, I was back in the States after 2 weeks preparing to fight again. Then a lot of things happened, cancellations and everything. Like you said, out of my hand, but I stayed true to what I said. I wanted to be active, I was back in camp. So it'll be the same approach for this one as well, man. I want a busy year.
Speaking of being in the States, I saw that you were basically saying you sacrificed your Christmas, you know, out there in America training for fight. Did you not come home for Christmas Day, or were you out there? What was it like training on Christmas Day or not?
Real, bro. If it wasn't for my family messaging me, I wouldn't have known it was Christmas. Yeah, like I don't know, out there, well, where we were, it was not spoken about. Like it didn't cross anyone's mind. So after the fight, I can go back and celebrate missed events. But yeah, when I was out there, it wasn't in the thought of anyone.
What was the Christmas Day? Given it's like tradition here to just not do anything, what was your Christmas Day out like over there?
Thankfully, it was the rest day that day. Yeah, but the next day we went hard at it, so it was alright.
Do you think, I was speaking to Johnny Nelson about this, because he hosted the first gloves are off between you guys. He said when it's, you know, a live setting, things can be a bit more tense. You know, if he says something that might make you react, you might want to react because you keep watching. Do you think it'll be a bit more tense than the first one or not?
I'm not sure, but I think it's going to be different because the live one, I don't know how that's going to work. Whether it's literally just a face-off again with people there, cool, but who knows, man. We're both calm, cool people, but I'm sure if the wrong buttons are pushed, they're going to say, look, relax, and if it gets out of hand, well, whatever, but I'm chilled, man.
You said it yourself that, you know, you sparred over 1,000 rounds with this guy. Obviously you take things from sparring, but he said that he's a better fighter than sparrer, and I'm sure you agree. So even though you've got so much, you know, ring experience with him, do you expect to see something that you've not seen from him on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm preparing for the best Dan Azeez we've ever seen, and the things that he's good at. I'm expecting the best version of it. You know, do you know what it is? When you're sparring someone that you don't think you will ever fight, you don't necessarily remember everything, or you don't keep track of how the sparring went. So for me, if they're like, what was it like sparring him? I sparred them so many times. I sparred them early last year, and the fight was announced late summer. Even then, I couldn't remember, and I was thinking, like, why can't I remember? I sparred him just in February, but it's because I didn't think I was going to fight him. So yeah, there are sessions that happen, but do I remember them? Not really. What he's good at, I'm expecting the best version of it.
And finally, I just want to get your prediction on, we've got this fight this Saturday, but then a big 5 weeks coming up with, Fury Usyk and AJ Ngannou. Starting with that undisputed fight, what's your prediction for that one?
I'm gonna stick with Fury on that. I've almost said Fury. I can guess people are thinking other because of the fight with Ngannou, but yeah, I think Fury. And talk about Ngannou, it's him and Joshua next. I'm always gonna say Joshua. That's just a biased opinion of mine. So I don't have an explanation why, but I think Joshua's gonna beat him. Not even that. I think Joshua's actually a better fighter than him. So besides me being biased, yeah, I think Joshua wins that one.
And this on Saturday, I'll ask Dan the same question. Does it really matter how you win? Only getting the win, is that the main job?
Man, my hand has to be lifted up at the end of it. Of course, there's ways that we want to get the win, but ultimately you want to be announced as the winner.